Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Statik and this is Static Sessions. Today we're going to be talking about how to mix guitars. So in the episode before, I had Murph in. He was recording some guitars. He helped me record the guitars through an amp, dry and acoustic. Not that I would need all three for a song, but I thought since I have the guitarist in, why not record those three and see how we can mix them into the song, and then from there just give you an idea of what I use to try mixing these mixing these stems of guitars in. So what we're going to start with first is the guitar amp version because it's already processed. So it's not much we're going to need. It's more so tweaking, brightening up, maybe sweetening up a little bit, getting rid of some of the low end or rumble that comes with the distortion. Taking a listen into that, and then we're going to keep moving forward into the rest of them. So let's start. Just looking at it, I've muted the other two guitars. If I press play on it, you guys will get an idea of what it sounds like. So this is through the guitar amp recorded into an AKG C414. As you're listening to it, first off, some of the notes don't hit exactly where you want them to. He's a very well-timed musician. It could have been a delay between what I was sending him. It could have been anything, really. So what I'm going to do is just really quickly go in, find that first loop, and start putting things in point. How I do that is through these transients. I find them into the wavetable. So as soon as I double-click on this, I can now see the entire waveform. I can now see where I think these are kind of on or kind of off. So I'm going to go in real quick, start organizing these, and then I'll show you the finished product as well when we're done. And it's really as simple as just clicking and dragging these transients. I'm not worried about the little notes because they're pretty much in time. It's more so I want the main notes to actually hit when they do. So like this one, for example, is quite a bit off. Now if I listen to this, it should be more so on beat. Perfect. Keep doing that to the rest of these and it will be done within a few seconds. Perfect. So that's now all aligned. I'm going to duplicate this track and I'm going to chop it from the middle because it was pretty much the same thing played twice. And now I can use this as a bit of a, turn it into a bit of a stereo mix. Not a bit, pretty much a stereo mix. Now when it plays, it should just sound like a nice little stereo mix of the chords. Perfect. So now that I like the way this sounds, I'm going to do a little bit of EQing for it, sweeten it up a little bit. Just tell there was a little bit of low end that was sitting there, which I didn't really like. Put a C4 on this. Not really feeling this delay, so I'm going to change it up a bit.
रब ने तां बड़ी एक्सपेंसिव चीज बनाई है एडिशन लिमिटेड आई है
And I think that sounds proper. To me, it's already got the sound of the guitar amp that I wanted, and I don't want to add anything more to it. I could just slam it a little bit with a compressor if I wanted to make it sound a little bit more sweeter. I already got I already got rid of some of the transients with throwing that C4 on there, but I could do a little bit more, just like this. And that makes it sit more in the track. I think it sounds awesome. When it comes down to the solo piece, might want to reverb that out a little bit more, make it sound a little bit more prominent in the song. So let's see where and what we can do with this. And I think that sounds pretty cool too. I like the way that sounds. It could be a little bit sweeter, more mixed in, but just to get to the point of where I want it to sit in the mix, I'm getting closer to it as we get in. So I'm liking this. I think it's a good thing to do. And honestly, if I wanted to, I could even throw in some CLA guitars on top of this. I'm pretty sure that would sweeten it up. I usually use CLA guitars regardless of where I am in a guitar mix. And that sounds a million times better already. People have this misconception that, oh, why are you using a stock plugin for your guitars if that's what you're going to do, you're not really a mixing guy. Well, if you know the type of sound you're trying to achieve, get there as fast as you can. If that means using, Waves, stock little plugins that are meant for guitars and whatnot, people have invested their time and energy into making a plugin suit that instrument. Why wouldn't you use it? Instead of you doing 5 instruments and eating up 10 times more CPU power, save the time and energy and use sometimes right when you drop it in, it just sounds a million times better by using a plugin. And I think this is a prime example of that. So right when I dropped it in, I love the way it sounded. I might do little tweaks here and there, but I love the way it is. So I'm going to listen to it and maybe do some tweaks. To me, that sounds awesome. I love the way that sounds. Sounds like a legit guitar. See how it sounds on the chords. It sounds awesome too. Maybe a little bit too much delay, but it still sounds really good. Now we're going to move forward into the dry guitar. So this is the dry recording of the electric guitar. We're going to see how that sounds and how we can reamp this. Again, timing was decent, but we're going to make it sound a little bit better by going in and changing all these transients and putting them into the right places. Now if I listen to these let's listen to them together. And now it should sound like this. That sounds good. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to EQ this a little bit just to get rid of some of the low end. Sounds cool. Now let's go through and see if we can find some amps to make it sound a little bit better than where it's at right now. Let's go to this vintage amp room. That's a little bit too aggressive for what I'm looking for, but no harm looking into their presets and seeing where it goes. Sounds cool, but sounds a little bit too old. So to me, this is not the right setting to use, but let's see if there's something.
रब ने तां बड़ी एक्सपेंसिव चीज बनाई है चल पे नी तेरे करके फुल टाइम तेरा आशिक बनना
So I like the way that sounds. I think with that we can go some places. And honestly, threw a little bit of LA2A on there. I'm gonna also put some CLA guitars and see where this goes. That sounds pretty sick to me. I hear it with both of these. So to me, both those sounded really good right now, and what we're gonna do now is start mixing down these acoustic guitars and seeing how this sounds. Same thing, a little bit of messiness on the recording, but it's not a big deal. It still sounds really good. The good thing with getting used to this and actually fixing the transients and where they need to sit, it'll sit more in groove with the song. And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's kind of detrimental to the song because it sounds like there's no groove to it because it's hitting all the same, but sometimes that's what you're looking for in a song. So for me, I just want to do this so I can show you guys as well. It might ruin the feel of the song, but as of right now, this is more so for a tutorial, so you guys know what's going on. So now that's been all aligned. Click there, drag that over, make it left and right. And this is the acoustic guitar, so let's see how this sounds. Due to my mic stand, it was a little bit difficult for a clean recording. The clip on my AKG C414 kind of broke, but so it is there. I've got the hollow piece, but it might be a little bit too much for that hollow end, so I'm going to try to get rid of that while I'm mixing. So that room tone bassiness I'm going to get rid of, try to make it work without it. Put some CLA on that.
रब ने तां बड़ी टकू टकू आ चल पे नी तेरे करके फुल टाइम तेरा आशिक बनना की लेना मैं पढ़ के.
And that's it. You got all three guitars mixed. I wouldn't say the exact same, obviously different settings on the CLA, but generally I know what I'm looking for when it comes to getting these guitars out there. I like having a sound which is more in your face, and then I can bring it back if I need to. But If it's nice and tight and in your face, then I can do whatever I need to do with it. I can take that sound and I can reverb it out and put it in the background. Or if you achieve the sound you're looking for with your guitar amp, you're good to go on that too, because then you don't have to use your CLAs and all that kind of stuff, and you have a good recording of it. You can throw that in there. So it's all dependent on what you're looking for your song. For me, I don't think I'm going to be using many of these. The piece I'm going to be using is the solo. That's mainly what I was after for this. But I wanted to give you guys an idea of how to double and how to use them as left and right for the guitars, because it gives it a nice little stereo field while you can still throw stuff in the center. I think that's an awesome way to look at recording when you're looking at it, trying to get multiple takes, doing left and rights, and then leaving room in the center for vocals and kicks and all that kind of stuff that you're looking for. So with that being said, here's how I mix down guitars and whatnot. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that little bell for future videos.